Armed Fighters League discussion sponsored by Trotz Plumbing and More, Ryder Wholesale Auto, and Bentley Drinkware. Come check them out. We trust them.
Yep, we're recording. All right, guys, this is the AFL discussion. We're going to be talking about a couple matches here. The Landon Hicks versus Connor Owen match. Stetson Bissell versus Derek Montgomery. Of course, the Jacob Zuplo versus the Dustin Smith match. And Dustin may be on here later to talk about that. And we got your host, Josh Wood. And let's kick it off. Josh, what's up?
Man, Paul, get your ugly self on the screen, bro. My goodness. You're so ugly, you can't even put yourself on.
You want me to play that video?
Well, yeah, hold up, guys. So first off, we're kind of waiting on Dustin Smith and Chad Owen. If they do get on the call, we might have a couple other people, but we do want to start our show off with, if you can see, we got the beast, Connor Owen against Colton Powell, left-handed. Go ahead, David. Let everybody watch this video to show them what we will be talking about up next against Connor.
Cool. Strongest team.
So what we see here, look at that. He catches him, top on a foul reset. Connor looks like he has a strong hand.
Connor's very patient.
Enough of this nonsense. I've seen enough.
You seen enough of this?
Yeah, I've seen enough.
All right.
So Paul, if you can send David something for Landon so we can observe that, that would be great. Can you say something, Paul? Can you hear us?
I'll try to get something from Landon real quick. Let me see what I got here.
Hey, I can't hear Paul. Paul, you there? All right, well, I'm going to move on since Paul's not talking or anything. Well, this is Landon. Landon is hit, he's there on the right-hand side. And I don't know who he just folded over, but it looks slow and easy.
It was Luke Wolf.
Luke Wolf. And then he's taking somebody else down over at Matt Singer's house. It looks like he's just singing some praises over here.
I think that is, let me see.
And that was that dude that showed up with the girlfriend that ain't ever arm wrestled in his life before. Landon controlling the center table, kind of looking like Devin. Sounds like, quit breaking your arm, son.
Little slip.
All right.
So we know what they're cooking with.
We do. Get this nonsense off. Bring back our logo. Tired of seeing those two bums on the table.
All right.
My goodness, he almost pinned him. If Sam was a better ref, that's probably a pin. Oh, it's funny.
All right.
Myself now.
I don't even know what's going on my phone. My shit's all jacked up. Can you hear me? Y'all can all hear me?
Where are you at, Paul?
Man, he has a championship belt.
Look at Jacob. Show us that thing again, Jacob. My goodness.
Feeling good.
All right. So I guess Paul can't talk. That's the whole point of having him on, because Landon apparently can't talk either. It's like a Helen Keller match that we're having, really. You know, neither guys want to talk. But anywho, this is what I observed from the two people. I believe y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but we got Landon, he's 16, Connor's 14. From the last thing I kind of looked up, it looked like Landon's first tournament was in 2021. Is that correct?
Yeah. I think.
Right.
I mean, he was at state. No, he wasn't at state. Where was he? He went to the Oklahoma, Tulsa Grand Slam or whatever.
Right. So after Connor Owen is 14, when was his first tournament? Anyone know that?
Connor went to state last year at state at the Arkansas State with Monster Michael Todd.
Did he place?
He didn't place, but he smashed Luke.
I mean, Luke's a bum, bro. If you call Luke, you need to call him like, bro, you're a bum.
Hey, he's coming back.
Real stage athletes.
Hey, he's coming back. He's bench pressing over 200. So
Didn't you say he's selling popcorn at this event?
he's probably going to be doing some concessions. That's what he likes.
Popcorn stand. Oh, man. All right. So what I can tell, other than the age gap, Landon probably has a longer lever than what Connor will have, but Connor will have an advantage because of weight.
Yeah.
On that.
Man, I think that Landon really has hand control. I think he's got a stronger hand. I mean, I've seen some pretty impressive lifts.
Get ahead of me. Which one is it? He got the longer, you think, so who has the advantage off of body frame? So body frame, lever or heavier?
What do you think, Jacob? I don't know, man. I think Jacob's got better knowledge on
All
this.
right, yeah, Jacob, what do you think, Jake?
Man, I've pulled both of these guys, and I really I used Landon last AFL match to warm up my left arm. And, I'm not a left-handed puller, but I did let him get in top row and pull me out about right here. And normally that's why I like to couple them back in, and I get the blood in my elbow and I feel great. I couldn't pull Landon back in, but Connor Owen, man, he destroyed Matt Ollie and Jeff Criswell at the Slam Jam. Left-handed, looked awesome. So it's hard to call. I think Landon's experience is going to go away. I think if Connor gets in the strap, it'll be Connor all day. Landon, stay out of the strap.
All right. So, all right, that's a good perspective. Stetson, are you here still?
Yeah, I'm still here.
What do you think?
He's got a Landon match coming.
Yeah, I got a Landon match coming. I haven't pulled with Connor, but I know that Landon is just super technical. Just great hand control and everything.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's just opened me up every time right off the hit.
Yeah, he has. Okay, well, that's what I was going to say. I know that's why I told David to hold on, start talking to his hand. I've gripped up with both of them. They both actually have really strong hands. And I actually give the wrist strength to Connor, left-handed. I don't know about right-handed, but left-handed, I'll give it to Connor for the hand and wrist. Right-handed, only know about Landon, and I know Landon's hand and wrist is strong, so I'll give him that. And then on the technical aspect, I actually have them down here as almost equal, but Connor it doesn't look like he has this fluid to move to the pin, and then it looks like to me Landon gets stuck in position, almost afraid to go for the pin. He has them comfortably and he's trying to sit, and then that gets him in a bind sometimes.
Yeah.
Y'all, would y'all correct me? Y'all see that the same way, or?
I mean, they're patient, and then if you wait too long, some people get into a better position, like a press or something, which can put you in danger. I mean, you don't want to wait on Matt Singer because his press is wicked, and that's how he got me. So I always think it's good to go for the aggression first.
So I'd have to say Connor's biggest win was against Matt Olive, left-handed. I got really strong left-handed. I don't know. And then has Landon beaten Joe?
He didn't beat him. He stopped him. What'd you see, Jacob? You were there.
I missed Landon and Joe. I didn't catch that one. I had my head in the clouds with the earphones on, trying to get my mind right. I missed a few.
So Landon and Jacob, Landon and Joe, I don't know. I don't know what Landon's biggest win is. And
I would say when he beat Gage, that's a pretty big win because Gage beat.
But Gage just had a war with Joe. So that brings me a little bit of concern for Landon in that aspect, is that I know how strong Matt Allman is. I felt him warming up before all that. He felt like a tank. And Connor did whatever he needed to, and he won it looking solid. I don't know who Landon has as a win factor for me to be like, there's no way I can beat Landon. And because of that, I think Connor has a chance to win this match. But that's only if Landon doesn't know how to if he doesn't finish his transition. Y'all see what I'm saying with that? Like, if he doesn't go finish the pins, he might be in a bad day. But at the same time, Connor had to get stopped at the last tournament because he got in an off-break position with Jacob's opponent, Dustin Smith. Right? Is that correct, Jacob? You remember that?
Yeah, Dustin Smith.
So Connor had to get stopped against Dustin. Was it right-handed or left-handed because of an arm break position?
I didn't see the stoppage, but I do know Dustin. I'm pretty sure he beat Dustin left-handed. Dustin beat Connor right-handed.
Yeah, and was gracing him on that because I saw he had him in a position.
Yeah, Kevin had to stop him because he kept on holding and getting outside here where he could potentially break his arm. I don't know what that says.
Trying to get Derek Montgomery on right now for old Stetson.
Man, he's trying to be a bum. Tell him Stetson's ready. Stetson's ready.
Always.
Stetson, what are you gonna do to Derek? How's it gonna go down? How do you see this match happening?
I really don't know. I'm just going to try to give him my side and just control it from the get-go.
Stetson, I know that you're sponsoring us and all, but that shit ain't going to cut it. You need to say, I'm going to kill Derek Montgomery. Kill him.
Well, you see, you go in making people think you're intimidated, and then you just show up and just smoke their ass. That's what you got to do.
I hope Derek's listening and watching.
You know, got to give them a confidence booster, you know, beforehand, and show up.
Why don't you bring him a booster seat? Bring him a booster seat.
I think Stetson's gonna top roll him.
Let's try something.
Hey, David, real quick. Let's talk to Jacob real quick about his thoughts with Dustin. I wrote some pre-notes down this time to kind of get what I was wanting to go with this interview and everything. It's a shame that Paul and Chad wasn't able to come on because I was going to ask some questions like they've been arm wrestling as father, then how long their son's been arm wrestling with them, what kind of training they do as father and son, or what do the sons do with, their own time, and what kind of weight they lift, what kind of work ethic they have, kind of get that out there. But since they didn't come on, let's talk to the man, Jacob. Jacob, I'm going to list things as I personally think between you and Dustin. Jacob, in my opinion, is a stronger athlete than Dustin Smith. Dustin might have the height advantage for him, but Jacob, in my opinion, is stronger. He's thicker. He has more table time. The only issues that he might have is he's injury prone. That might be it. But outside of that, I just don't see a lane for Dustin. I know that he's strong hand. I know he got some good levers, but the only thing I could think of that is the difference between him and Jacob outside of the strength and table time, where he might have an advantage, is that he's never really been, but he's very new. He did beat Connor Owen right-handed, but Jacob is a grown man. He's been arm wrestling for 3, 4, 5 years. He started off in Perryville with James Summer, one of the best arm wrestling camps in the state of Arkansas. So honestly, I believe, Jacob, if you're in the right mindset, this is a dose for you. If your mental state, because I've been injured before, if your mental is once you've got one competition out of the way, you've kind of breathing a little bit better on the table. Let us know how you feel and everything, and let me know what your goals are. Who's your next opponents? What's going on for you in 2022?
I totally agree, Josh, with what you said. I don't think Dustin has a lane. We talked after Slam Jam. I flash pinned all three guys there. Had a nice day, had a fresh arm at the end of the day. We talked after that. He's like, man, you did something to me. I said, yeah, I did. I put that black magic on you. And what I like to do, man, and I told him what I did, so he's thinking he's got an edge now. That's not going to happen again. I told him, I said, now that you know that, I'm not going to do that to you at the AFL. But, that wasn't my A game, not at all. But what I like to do is when I can take and I ball up on somebody's thumb and I cap around their thumb, I got a thumb lock on them, especially if I know they want a top row. I control that thumb where they can't row. He can't move his thumb. And I top rode the top roller. I beat him at his game. I like to try to attack a stronger guy at his strength, or a guy that, if I know his strength, that's where I want to go to because he's not expecting it. And that's what I did. It worked like a charm. He caught on to it. I give him lots of props. He did catch it. He questioned me about it. I showed him exactly what I did. I said, hey, I won't get that on you again. I said, hey, but AFL, you're smart. We'll pull in the ref grip. And then I go back to my ace move where I'm going to hit inside and I'm going to hook, drag, roll out. And I think he's got one lane where he might have a chance at with me, but I'm not going to tell it to him or show him until after I clean sweep 3-0.
You actually haven't been even slowed down in any of your matches, have you?
So far, since I started pulling again, I got injured in 2019, about 8 months in, and I took a 2-year gap there where I didn't compete, but I never stopped training. I never stopped studying arm wrestling. I might have not have trained consistently on the table or with other people, but when I worked out and exercised, I always did arm wrestling specific stuff, and I've studied the game. I've watched other people's matches. I've watched every seminar from anybody who's anybody in arm wrestling. And I studied the game. And now that I've got comfortable, got my mind right where I could come back and start pulling, I wanted to, I feel like I'm heavy. I feel like my frame wise, I feel like I'm too small, 242 frame wise, bone structure wise. I don't want to keep pulling 242s. But I got a gut on me that's going to take some time. So I started at the bottom and I'm just climbing the ladder. And so far, I've been on a roll. I took through Nick Wolfenbarger. I took Connor Owen, Tristan Bloomfield, had a match with Dustin, planned the 3-0 sweep Dustin again. Next move for me, man, I want to kind of step up my game. I don't feel like I'm out of place mentally or physically where I'm ready to compete with the best 242 guys in the state. But the way I'm going through the bottom half here, I'm putting myself in a place where I either got to cut the weight and start tipping at the 98 guys, or do I stay at 242? I'm real conflicted. And I feel like I'm fast at 242 where I may not have such a speed at 198. I'm real conflicted, but next guy I got in mind, I want a tougher opponent before I call out. If I don't lose weight before August, I'm going to call out Stonewall for the number 5 spot. But before that, I want a tune-up match with the stronger guy, like maybe Chad Owen. I don't know if he's on yet, but I'm thinking Chad Owen may be next on my radar.
Oh, that'd be really good.
Looking massive, bro.
Yeah. Jacob, do you have a business that you run?
No, I work for Hickson Lumber Sales out of Plummerville, Arkansas. We got 23 lumber yards. We treat lumber. We supply Lowe's and all the big retail chain stores, Lowe's, Fried Out, Meats. We got 23 places all over the U.S. We're probably the biggest lumber treating company. We're one of the top 2 biggest in the nation, and I've been working there 10 years now.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
I got an office job. I sat at a desk.
Yeah, that's even the best ones.
I use my grippers, and sometimes I take a dumbbell.
Well, man, I honestly believe that you are going to do excellent. I've trained with you. Outside of me, who's your favorite arm wrestler to mimic yourself after?
Man, that's a tough one. I am a Josh Wood fan, especially at the at the more localized level. I do watch a lot of. I watched all your Armor stuff. I am a Josh Wood fan. Man, it's tough. I tell you, the first big match I ever watched was Devin Larratt and Michael Todd. When I first started going to arm wrestling practice, heard who Michael was. I watched WAL 406, Devin and Michael, and that was probably the first big event I watched, and seen arm wrestling at the highest level. And I was in Michael's corner, and I've always been in Michael's corner for him, Devin, but I was instantly a Devin fan. But body type wise, I can't mimic after Devin. I say Toddzilla, man. Toddzilla on the short version. Toddzilla, Jeff Hell, they're my guys.
Some good mimics. So speaking of Devin, you going to watch the match this weekend, Saturday on Core Sports?
Absolutely. And man, I won't be surprised to see Devin shoot right into a deep hook and take him on right at center table and just demolish him like he did Jerry Caderet.
So what is? Oh, okay. So what are your predictions for the fight? Who wins? Who wins their 3 matches? From Marcio, Corey to Devin.
I like Marcio, but I think he's going to lose 4-2. Corey, man, I want to see Corey win all of it, but what I worry about with Corey is sometimes he'll come out strong like he did with Paul Passmore, Todd Hutchins, come out strong and faded away. So I'm thinking maybe 3-3, hopefully 4.
He lost Paul Passmore because of the WAL pads. That
was several years ago.
And then they said, oh, if you go 2 more inches back, and then he couldn't beat Paul from that. That's what happened there. But I see what you're saying. He comes out crashing. I just don't see the lane for Alex. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't see the lane at all for Alex.
Not agree. And both of them, it's been a long time, and Corey knows. Corey's trained with the best. I want to say I see Corey win 4-2. I'd like to say 6-0, but I think there's a chance it could go 4-2. But Corey gets the win for sure.
All right, what do you think about the only match that really matters in the whole world of arm wrestling? Devin versus LeBron.
I want to say Devin 6-0, but I know how Devin is. Devin could potentially lose a round on fouls or who knows what. So I'm going to call it 4-2. That's play safe, call 4-2.
How excited, how crazy do you think it would be if Devin just, like you said, Jerry Caderet him? Just turn him inside and he's like, where are you at? I might shit myself because that would be.
I want to see it. And I think it's a very real possibility. I think Devin is probably the most versatile guy on the planet.
I hope he's speaking to that big old dude in Georgia and calling him pussy and everything. I hope he learned nothing but Georgian this whole week.
I think it's going to turn out just like a Stetson versus Derek Montgomery. That's what I think.
Stetson, show us that can opener.
Roll him right in.
It don't matter.
What's your predictions? Who do you got on Mauricio Barboza? Who you got on Devin, and who you got on Corey?
Yeah, get the official B&W All Electric out of Mena, Arkansas's official prediction.
But Barboza versus Irakli, who you got?
I think Barboza is going to win it. I'm thinking it's going to be a pretty close match, though. But I don't know. I mean, I'm rooting for all of our guys all the time, But when they go over there, there's just no telling what's going to happen, But the main one I've been watching though is the Devin Larratt and Devon. I can't wait for that. I really want Devin to win, just because everybody's like, oh well, they got this big 400-pound whatever he is, and he's just monster house his ass. And I'm like, I want the underdog or the smaller guy to win. I always root for the smaller guys.
Yeah. If Devin needed it would be Devin. Yeah, it would be the best think forearm wrestling, in my opinion. But I'm just Josh the Animal Wood. I'm just some lonely coach in Arkansas. Commentating some AFL YouTube shit that I want to do.
And Josh, we got 3 minutes on this one, and then we're going to start another one here in 10 minutes after it's done, because Dustin is going to be getting on so we can get his thoughts if Jacob wants to join us back again. And Paul is still trying to figure out his technical difficulties.
Well, if he got his son who's too damn scared to talk, then maybe his son can show him, hey, Dad, man, this is why you don't give old people technology. They don't know what they're doing.
Hey, Landon's just trying not to scare nobody. He just don't want anybody to be afraid.
My 6-year-old could have done this. My goodness, Paul. Man. Well, I mean, Jacob, you don't have to come on. I would like for y'all to come on. I'd like to see a little chit chat going back and forth. But man, I really did appreciate the interview. You kind of stepped in, did a good spot for, the lack of the others not showing up. So, I mean, I hope they all get, if you didn't show up, I hope you lose your damn match.
That means that we should automatically start with 2 points ahead for effort.
One match, it's over.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope I'm not reffing this shit.
We need to get Wolfenbarger on here so me and him could talk some shit.
Yeah, that's true.
The what? The Howler.
The Howler.
Yeah.
Tell him to go write some shit. He needs to come out.
The Railgun, Jacob's the Wrecking Ball, and then Dustin Smith's coming here soon. The Arkansas Reaper.
You sound like a Hannah Montana track album.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, what about Travis Bentley?
Think about that.
Well, dude, I guess, David, I guess you'll call me back.
Yeah.
We'll do the David Montgomery. Wait, who was it?
Derek Montgomery. Well, we're going to do Dustin Smith is going to be coming up. So I'm going to send Jacob and you guys another code. Everybody who wants to join, let's join. Let's see if
I hope that bum heard everything I said earlier. You ain't got a chance against Jacob. None. You better come convince me.
All right, guys. I'll end this, and we'll start here in about 10 more minutes, okay? Adios.